Greetings everyone, I am Arsenii Lukashevskyi. Today I will present ParaRook, a Ukrainian-German parallel corpus developed in collaboration with Maria Shvedova. Nowadays you can find many automatically assembled and aligned parallel corpora on the internet, such as ParaRook, Opus, CommonCrawl, and so on. It is also worth noting that Ukrainian has small parallel manual corpora with languages such as Polish, German, French, and others, an example being the corpus from the MOVA Institute. For example, the Polish-Ukrainian Parallel Corpus contains about 4 million tokens in Polish searchable via the no-sketch engine platform. The English-Ukrainian corpus from the same institute has 1.5 million tokens. One of the largest semi-manual corpora, Intercorp, has over 18 million tokens with Ukrainian texts aligned via check. There are also smaller corpora for medical and literary texts in several languages. However, in the case of automatic corpora, their quality is unlikely to satisfy your needs in philological or translation research, at least because of the impossibility of quality control on such large volumes of tokens. A typical corpus from Opus reaches about 500 million sentences, so you are likely to encounter problems with noise in parallel corpora. Meanwhile, if you need to train neural networks or language models, this could be a good choice for you. On the other hand, manually compiled corpora often lack syntactic annotation, are small, and often inaccessible. Several factors complicate research in this area, such as the inaccessibility of some corpora which may be unpublished or unavailable due to the ongoing war. In addition, the heterogeneity of formats is a challenge, as some corpora exist only as text files or Excel spreadsheets, making it difficult to automate searches. Furthermore, the fragmentation of initiatives means that information about this corpora may be scattered across different websites or limited to academic departments. This slide presents some of the typical problems you may encounter when working with automatic parallel corpora, with examples from real corpora. The first is the non-parallel sentences, when sentences of a language pair have different meanings. Redundant sentences, when a segment contains sentences that should belong to other segments. Various text defects, such as the splitting of text into separate capital letters, which makes it difficult to process materials automatically. And problems of poor data quality, such as machine translation and poor morphological or syntactic annotation. Regarding Ukrainian parallel corpora, it is important to highlight the situation with primarily machine translations from Russian. Researchers, such as the creators of Wikimetrics, have identified over 2.5 million Ukrainian-Russian parallel sentences. These machine translations are rarely manually reviewed, leading to common translation errors. This shows that we still need manually aligned corpora, even with all the advances in machine translation technology. ParaRook is a freely available, morphosyntactically annotated parallel corpus of Ukrainian and German texts. Currently contains 382,000 parallel sentences, totaling over 6 million tokens in the German component. The text alignment and verification process was carried out manually, without changing the original texts or their translations, ensuring high quality and accurate data. The core of the corpus consists of 20th century fiction translated from German into Ukrainian. ParaRook contains 58 texts, 53 of which were written by 29 German-speaking authors from different countries, allowing for the comparison of regional variants of German. An update to further expand the corpus is currently being prepared, so these numbers reflect only the current state of development. The texts for the corpus have been manually collected from public libraries on the internet, with the sources indicated in the metadata. Most of the Ukrainian texts were obtained from Greg. On this slide in particular, you can see the distribution of tokens by author in the corpus. I would like to point out that these are only the currently compiled authors, and we plan to expand the list further. The parallel corpus was annotated with UTF-2 using universal dependencies models, especially GSD for German and IU for Ukrainian. The choice of the German model was based on reviews from the official UD website, while the Ukrainian model was the only one available. Approximately, the current Ukrainian model achieves an accuracy rate of 97% for part-of-speech tagging, 91% for morphological features, and 81% for syntactic relations. Universal dependencies were chosen because their annotation is universal, regardless of the language of the text being analyzed. The process can be optimized using graphics processors, in particular NVIDIA CUDA technology, which significantly speeds up computation compared to traditional CPUs. The main technical challenge in creating the parallel corpus was precisely to create a coherent pipeline which involved taking a tmix file as input, cleaning text from potential destructors for the tagger, then splitting sentences into segments into sentences and annotating them using the model. Splitting the segments into sentences using spaCy was used to improve the quality of syntactic annotation of sentences. I won't go further into detail at this stage, but I'll be happy to answer any questions after our presentation. The corpus contains metadata such as part-of-speech tags, grammatical annotations, and syntactic rules. It also contains author and translator details, document titles, original languages, publication details, and source URLs, providing a comprehensive dataset for research, whether you are engaged in strictly translation studies or textual analysis of different translations. One of our priorities is to ensure ease of use for end users, regardless of their skills in corpus linguistics. Therefore, no sketch engine is used as a corpus manager, which allows complex queries, such as comparative study of translations of syntactic constructions between German and Ukrainian. You can see an example of this query and the result on the slide. The standard CQL language is used as the query language, which makes it easier to use the parallel corpus even for those who are not familiar with Ukrainian parallel corpora. For example, here you can see a search for construction translations such as Punkt der Punkte. The parallel corpus is mainly intended to explore translations possibilities. This slide shows examples of translation for the word Kern in the different meanings, such as core, essence, and center. However, finding examples of one particular meaning of the word is a difficult task for a monolingual corpus. In a parallel corpus, we can search both the right and left side and use the translation as a layer of semantic annotation. The slide shows examples with the word Kern meaning fruit seed found using such a dual query. Similarly, we can find Ukrainian examples with a rarely used Ukrainian synonym with the same meaning, kaminchik. Now we use the German text to specify the meaning. Another interesting aspect that can be explored with ParaRook is censorship, specifically the intentional deletion of segments in translations. For example, here you can see the deletion of a text fragment in one of the post-war diaspora publications. ParaRook's extensive metadata allows us to explore such historical aspects in depth. The corpus can be useful to a wide audience, from translators to university students. The metatagging in ParaRook, together with the manually aligned texts and clean data, makes it suitable for a wide range of linguistic research. Our future goals include creating a new Ukrainian UD model to improve annotation quality, adding non-fiction texts, and expanding language pairs to include English, French, Spanish, Persian, Japanese, and Chinese. We are developing test Corpora for these languages to validate our algorithms across different language pairs. Our corpus is published and available online. Thank you for your attention, and we will be happy to answer your questions.